Can anyone beat Carlos?
Alcaraz just too good.
Even catch Djokovic.
Carlos Alcaraz, 7 Grand Slams, 22 years old, and tennis legends just said something absolutely wild. Alcaraz at 22 is better than Novak Djokovic ever was at the same age. Not just better, historically, statistically, undeniably superior. And this isn't Twitter hot takes anymore. Actual legends, coaches who've trained champions, are going on record. The kid from Spain has already eclipsed what the greatest player of all time accomplished by 22. 7 slams versus 1. The numbers are brutal. And the tennis world, completely divided. Here's what just happened. February 1st, 2026. Australian Open Final. Djokovic demolishes Alcaraz 6-2 in the first set. At 38 years old, he played one of the greatest sets of his career. It looked over. And then Alcaraz did something 99.9% of players couldn't do. He didn't panic, he adjusted. Won the next 3 sets, 6-2, 6-3, 7-5. History made. Alcaraz became the youngest man ever to complete the career Grand Slam, shattering an 88-year-old record. At 22 years and 272 days, he's won all 4 majors. Australian Open, Wimbledon twice, French Open twice, US Open twice. 7 Grand Slams before turning 23. Djokovic at the same age won just 1 Australian Open trophy. But the statistical destruction doesn't stop there. Djokovic at 22 had 1 slam and was ranked world number 3. Roger Federer had 3. Rafael Nadal had 6, but 4 were French Opens on the same surface. Alcaraz has 7 across 3 different surfaces. He's the youngest in history to win majors on hard court, clay, and grass. Nobody has ever been this versatile this young. He became world number 1 at 19, completed the career Grand Slam 7 years younger than Djokovic. And he did it in just 20 Grand Slam appearances, second fastest in Open-era history behind only Bjorn Borg. Now here's where it gets wild. John McEnroe, 7-time Grand Slam champion.
I mean, I've watched tennis for 50 years, longer in a way. And obviously we went through a period just...
went on ESPN and dropped a bomb. He's already better than Federer, Nadal, and Djokovic. At 21, he's the most skilled young man I've ever seen at this age. This guy is astoundingly good, one of the quickest guys ever on court, incredible personality, amazing attitude. He has every shot in the book. Everything. That's John McEnroe saying Alcaraz surpassed all 3 GOATs at the same age. Let that sink in. But there's someone whose opinion carries even more weight. Patrick Mouratoglou, Serena Williams' former coach, who turned her into a 23-time champion. He watched that Australian Open final and said something terrifying. Alcaraz's greatest weapon isn't his forehand or speed, it's his mind. Carlos's greatest weapon is his mental strength. After Novak's perfect first set, 99.9% of players would have panicked. Carlos did not. He has this voice telling him, "I'll find a solution," even in the worst situations. Mouratoglou went further. You had 2 mental monsters facing each other. It was about who would give up, and neither did. At the end, it was the most physically fit that won. Think about that. Djokovic is known as the greatest mental player in tennis history. 24 Grand Slams by outlasting everyone. And at 22, Alcaraz matched him mentally and beat him physically. That's not just impressive, that's unprecedented. Mouratoglou even suggested Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner might be playing at a higher level than the big 3 at their peak. Boris Becker fired back saying Mouratoglou was alone in that opinion. Mouratoglou clapped back, "I never make opinions based on what people think. Only dead fish swim with the stream." Even Nadal briefly commented with laughing emojis before deleting it. The tennis world is at war over this. So what makes Alcaraz different? He combines Federer's creativity, Nadal's fire, and Djokovic's technical mastery, all in one package. Explosive power, physics-defying drop shots, defensive skills that turn impossible gets into winners. Yahoo Sports called him an absolute monster whose entire package of skills is unequaled by anyone who has ever played tennis. Not unequaled at 22, unequaled period, and here's the stat nobody talks about. Alcaraz won 12 of 13 career matches lasting over 3 hours and 50 minutes. That's a 92% win rate in marathon battles. His semifinal against Zverev was 5 hours and 27 minutes, longest in Australian Open history. He was cramping so badly people thought it was over. He won 7-5 in the fifth. That's championship DNA you can't teach. But hold on. The Djokovic defense is strong and it's got teeth. Context matters. Djokovic at 22 was fighting prime Federer and prime Nadal, two GOATs in their absolute peak. He wasn't just winning Grand Slams, he was trying to dethrone legends, actively rewriting history. That's like boxing when both Ali and Tyson are in their prime. Nearly impossible. Alcaraz, he's facing Sinner, Medvedev, and a 38-year-old Djokovic past his prime. Solid competition? Sure. The same murderous gauntlet Djokovic faced? Not even close. This is the weak era argument, and critics have a point. When Djokovic broke through, he beat Federer and Nadal at their best repeatedly for over a decade. Alcaraz inherited a tennis world in transition, the big three aging out. Perfect storm for a talented young player to rack up titles. Here's the real question everyone's avoiding. This isn't about who was better at 22, it's about trajectory. Can Alcaraz maintain this for 15 years like Djokovic? Will he reach 24 slams or surpass it? Or will injuries and burnout derail him? Tennis history is littered with early phenoms who faded. Borg retired at 25. Del Potro won one slam because of injuries. Roddick finished with one major. Early success doesn't guarantee dominance. Sometimes a faster rise means a shorter peak because tennis is unforgiving. But Alcaraz might be different. His game isn't built on one dimension that fades with age. He's got variety, strategy, creativity, multiple ways to win. That can evolve as he ages. If he stays healthy and hungry, he could rewrite everything. Sky Sports analyst said it perfectly. The trajectory suggests Alcaraz could become the greatest of all time. Not might, could, the door is open. And get this, Alcaraz and Sinner have won the last 9 Grand Slams between them. 9 straight. That's tied for second longest streak in Open-era history, matching Nadal-Djokovic from 2010 to 2012. When both are in the draw, one of them has won the last 16 tournaments. 16 straight. The dominance is already here. So what's the verdict? At 22 years old, statistically, Alcaraz wins. 7 slams beats 1. Youngest career Grand Slam ever beats waiting until 29. World number 1 at 19 beats number 3 at 22. The numbers favor Alcaraz, that's reality. But career-wise, Djokovic's 24 Grand Slams and 2 decades of dominance make him untouchable for now. The beauty is we're watching history unfold in real time. Alcaraz could become the greatest ever, surpass 30 slams, make Djokovic's record look quaint. Or he could be another cautionary tale. We don't know yet. All we know is that at 22, Carlos Alcaraz is doing things Novak Djokovic couldn't do at the same age. What do you think? Is Alcaraz unstoppable, or just early hype that'll fade? Drop your prediction in the comments because this debate will define the next decade. And hit subscribe. We're tracking every step to see if Alcaraz can do the impossible.